Bottom of the ninth. I want to make this video about investing in yourself. And this is going to be very important for content creators in general and just life in general. When it's all said and done, the cool thing about the internet is, people, they could watch, they could see things, they could see presentation, but when it's all said and done, you have to invest in yourself. And I'm telling you, like, the main reason a lot of people are more invested with it in others is because they haven't started anything. Once you start a business and you go outside, remember, you are the boss of your business. You represent your business as U.Inc. U.Incorporated, U.LLC. So it doesn't matter if you got to work 2 jobs. It doesn't matter if you got to work 3 jobs. It doesn't matter if you have to do DoorDash and beat on your chest. Listen, do what you have to do because you have to invest in yourself. A lot of people, they don't invest in themselves because what happens is they're using family members. So when you use family members, what happens is you're more invested in family than investing in yourself. I don't care what anybody says. You have to invest in yourself, especially if you're trying to start a business. You have to invest in yourself. It's just certain things that you have to do. You have to look clean. There's no way around it. You have to invest in yourself. Take care of yourself. Look good, smell good, find the best barber in the city. If people do hair, find the best person to twist you up, braid you up. You got to do what you got to do, but you have to invest in yourself. The thing about me is, when I stay in certain hotels, all those are investments. All investments. When I go to the gym and I work out, that's an investment. U.Inc. That's an investment. Everything is an investment. All my travels, there's no trip that's not an investment. Everything's an investment. Vancouver's an investment. St. Croix's an investment. Dominican Republic, everything is an investment. And that's important to understand. Like, a lot of people, what happens is they like to use family members. So what happens is they're so invested in family because they're using family. When you don't use family, you don't have to be invested in family because you're not using them. But when you're using family for shelter and your bones are working, your limbs are working, but you're using family, what happens is you're too invested in family because you're using them. It's very important. You got to chill with the ducks because guess what? A lot of humans, guess what? They ain't going to appreciate anything. So we might as well show some love to the animals that actually appreciate it. Came out, got some bread. You feel me? If they want some bread, we in the building. It is what it is. Simple as that. Bam. Show a love to the community. But other than that, you have to invest in yourself. I would say starting off, especially if you're fit, the cool thing about being fit is not the muscles. It's the fact that everything you wear, it looks for the money. So if you wear a V-neck and you got muscles, you could be sleeping in your car, but who's going to care if your V-neck, if you actually fulfill your V-neck? Nobody's going to care because you look like you have money. If your budget's tight, Under Armour make great tank tops. You can wear those for about 2 years straight if you got muscles. When it's all said and done, if you can't dress up, if you can't put that stuff on, if you have muscles and you just wear all black, you're going to win on the come up. All black on the come up. But when it's all said and done, make sure your holes don't got sweats in them. When it's all said and done, a lot of people don't have money because they don't look like money. And we live in an age of social media where everybody think that everything is to impress people. No, it's not to impress people. If you're an entrepreneur, you have to invest in yourself. There's no way around it. You have to invest in yourself. Who cares if you buy $300 cologne? Guess what? That cologne, might be the reason that you just sold, the cologne might be the reason that you get a sale. Who cares if you're young and you buy a M3 or you buy an M4? Who cares? You know, that M3, that M4 might be the reason you're able to retire your mother. When it's all said and done, make the right investments and invest in yourself. You know, a lot of people, they're going to tell you invest in crypto, invest in stock, invest in, you know, NFTs. When it's all said and done, you are the biggest stock. You are the biggest stock. You know, you could spend thousands on a stock and that stock will fall, or you could spend thousands actually getting your wardrobe together. You know, when it's all said and done, a lot of people, they really don't invest in themselves. And I'm going to say this again. A lot of people really do not invest in themselves. They don't. And when you don't invest in yourself, guess what? It's all on you. You know, it's all on you, but you have to invest in yourself. It's a must. If you don't invest in yourself, I mean, that's the worst mistake that you can make. Got to take care of yourself no matter what. I don't care if you bought some Jordans. Guess what? Those Jordans, that's an investment. Appreciate you. If you bought some Jordans, guess what? Those Jordans, that's an investment. You know, if you out here, you know, you got to spend money on yourself. You know, a lot of people, they want to look at others on the internet, and when they see people on the internet doing certain things, they think, oh, that person's stunting, oh, that person flexing. Oh, that's called self-investment. You got to invest in yourself, hands down. Take care of yourself, haircut, everything. Everything got to look good, man. If you don't invest in yourself, guess what? At the end of the day, that's the reason you'll never be a boss. You know, when it's all said and done, hey, I bought some bread. I invested in this bread. Now we got grade A content. You feel me? Now the ducks are full. You feel me? No, this is not high value bread. Bread costs $1.50 with tax. Guess what? Boom. Now we got the nice live, everything, you feel me? Invest in yourself. You know? That's what it's all about. But a lot of people that can't invest in themselves because they're too invested in friends, they're too invested in family, they're too invested in co-workers, they're too invested in drama. No, invest in yourself. When it's all said and done, we ain't gonna feed them too much bread. We're gonna, you know, give like 25% of the bag. We're gonna come out on a different day. I thought it was some more ducks out here, but a little something for you out there in the water, you know. But when it's all said and done, you guys got to understand, man. Society, they want you to be invested in, you know, NFL player stats, you know, soccer stats, who's better, Ronaldo and Messi. But when it's all said and done, they don't want you to invest in yourself. And I'm going to say this again. They do not want you to invest in yourself. But let me tell you guys something. When you start in your business and you start to do certain things and you start to buy certain things and people got a problem, like, it's no such thing as fake it till you make it. It's called you invest in yourself, and every step of the way, if that opportunity come, if you got stains on your shirt, you might miss that opportunity. If you smell like you don't have no man wipes in your closet, guess what? You might miss that opportunity. So at the end of the day, listen, it's really on you. You know, are you going to invest in yourself, or are you going to invest yourself in others? A lot of these guys, they mad at women because they invested more in a woman than they invested in themselves. And I'm going to say this again. A lot of these guys, they invest in all types of women, but they never invested in themselves. And then when the relationship is over, now they mad at the woman. But the woman, she wasn't the reason you didn't invest in yourself. You know, you chose a little something for you guys. They chose to invest in these women. Seeing these women, guess what? They'll take. They will take. A lot of these guys, they'll take. But when it's all said and done, listen, you got to invest in yourself. First things first. Now, I'm not telling you to not pay your rent. I'm not telling you to not pay your bills. But when it's all said and done, you must invest in some jeans. You must invest in some smell goods. You must invest in a haircut. You must invest. Just like, keep it simple. Like, take care of yourself. Like, it's crazy, but a lot of men are walking around here looking crazy, smelling crazy, acting crazy, and They're not invested in themselves. We got 5 more minutes left, and it is what it is, man. When it's all said and done, don't if you are up and coming entrepreneur, and people are like, oh, you trying to fake it till you make it, man. Forget what they got to say. You have to take care of yourself, bro. You got to take care of yourself. On a come up, I'll say, man, if you could just wear all black, just wear all black. You feel me? I don't get into color, but all black is definitely a perfect, you feel me, for the come up. It's perfect for the start. Because if you're in shape and you wear all black, and you wear wrinkle-free clothes, that's the key. Wrinkle-free clothes. If you wear wrinkle-free clothes and you wear all black, trust me, you can make 100,000 and nobody gonna tell that you change your outfit. Now, the key is also make sure that you got a decent apartment with a washer and dryer. That's always a plus. Washer, dryer, you don't need much on the come up. The come up is fun. Enjoy the come up. But every step of the way, I'm telling you why people can't invest in themselves, because they're using family members. So when you use family members, you can't take care of yourself because you're too invested in family. When you out here using friends, you can't even take care of yourself because you out here too invested in friends. When it's all said and done, you got to get yourself right. Get yourself right and go and have a top shelf night. I stay wearing all black. All black is going to get you the M's. I'm telling you, all black is going to get you right. If you are in shape and you got muscles, all black, I'm telling you, like nobody's going to tell. Oh, they must have been hungry. I'm like Santa Claus out here on these streets. I almost backed up into that pond. That would have been the worst epic fail ever. But we out here, we're going to feed these ducks for about 4 more minutes, showing a little bit of love. But when it's all said and done, you have to invest in yourself. Find out what watch works for you. Find out your style. Find out your jeans. Find out what works. Because when it's all said and done, it doesn't matter. You represent your business. Once you step out the house, see, a lot of people, they don't have a business. And that's cool. This video might not be for them. But for anybody out there that want to run a business, you got to understand your business. You represent your business. You represent your business. That's just it. You represent your business. When you step outside, you represent you.com, you.inc, you.whatever. You hashtag, you underscore, you, whatever it is. They out here really eating on these streets. We out here really feeding people on these streets. This is what it is. See, I love the ducks. Listen, just found a new set of friends. Don't worry about Mr. Keep It Simple. I'm good. We got gang out here. We got the gang with us. Gang. You feel me? I ain't gonna give them the whole bread. We're gonna stop halfway, but I ain't know if they ate all day. But if they ain't eat all day, matter of fact, little man, what? Oh, so okay, bet you don't really trust me like that. I feel you. If anybody feel you, I feel you. Yeah, but when it's all said and done, you gotta invest in yourself. You don't gotta have $1 million to look like $1 million. And that's the cool thing about actually being in shape. When you're in shape, you already look like a millionaire. If nobody's going to tell you that, I'm going to tell you that. If you have muscles, you look like a millionaire in a tank top. You feel me? Like, you look like Bruce Wayne in a tank top. When it's all said and done, you feel me? Make sure you get that physique, because that physique, I'm telling you, is going to really help you out. It's going to help you out major. It's going to help you out big time. I'm telling you. Don't worry about what people got to say, how you spending your money. At the end of the day, your budget for you is your budget for you. Focus on your budget. And if they got something to say about your budget, hey, it is what it is. You starting your business, you got to do what's best for you. It is what it is. If you got to get that rollie, just got to get that rollie. If you got to get a second hand, it is what it is. You got to get a second hand. If you got to get the rollie for $6,000, $7,000, it is what it is. But when you in that spots and you got them products, it is what it is. These are investments. Make sure everything that you do, make sure that it's an investment. That's the key. A lot of people, they're not really focused on investments. They focus on flexing. There's a difference. Flexing is, I want you to look at me. But in return, I'm not recouping anything. Investments is I spend this, but I'm going to make back this. That's it. That's how you recoup. That's exactly how you recoup. I'm spending this, but once I spend this, I'm going to make this back. That's what it is, man. We out here, nighttime, chilling with the ducks. You know what it is. Almost finished with this live, but you guys got to understand, man, when it's all said and done, take care of yourself. Man, seek out, man. If you got a barber that's not treating you right, listen, keep seeking out different apps in the cut. Find the best barber in your city. If the best barber in your city paying $100, it is what it is. Go ahead and spend that $100 because it's an investment. See, a lot of people, they don't invest in themselves, but they quick to invest in a woman, a stranger that's going to leave them. But at the end of the day, they don't want to invest in themselves. Make it make sense. And I'm going to say this again. Make it make sense. Thank you guys for tuning in. We just hit the 16-minute mark, and the ducks are satisfied. We're going to save a little bit more. You know, halfway through. So we're going to save a little bit more. And that's it. You know, all you guys take care. You guys show a lot of love. I see you guys tomorrow on the back end. Stay safe. Stay blessed. It is what it is. God bless.